Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I received a lovely letter from someone whose mother is suffering from Alzheimer's, and she's had it now for several years. And her mother is in a place now in her own mind where she cannot remember anyone at all, and all her communication skills have stopped. She no longer speaks, and this person who wrote me the letter wanted to know if her mother was okay, if her mother was in a good place in her mind. And I explained to her, because I did reach out. I was so touched by her letter that I did reach her personally. But I wanted to talk a little bit about it now for anyone out there who is going through something similar, or wondered themselves what it's like for a person who has Alzheimer's or dementia in this capacity. I have always believed that God has people in a very good place when they suffer from Alzheimer's or dementia, like this woman does. I believe that they're already on the other side, in as far as their soul goes. Like I explained before, the physical body can keep going after the soul leaves the body. The heart can keep pumping, and the lungs can keep working, and body function seems to be the same. But once the soul leaves the body, life as we truly know it ceases to exist. And I believe that's the way it is with people who suffer from Alzheimer's disease or severe dementia. I believe with all my heart, and I have been told this by Spirit through the years, not using the word Alzheimer's, but explaining people in the living sense, a description like a person with Alzheimer's, that God has them with Him. So I truly believe that they are in a very good place, a very happy place. I believe that the suffering that goes on is our own suffering from observing this. And again, I think that's part of our journey. I do not believe that the people who have Alzheimer's and dementia are suffering at all. I think they're well taken care of. I think they see the other side. I believe they're with their loved ones who have passed before them. And I truly believe with all my heart that they're in a wonderful, wonderful place. Okay, so I know it's difficult. I'm right now taking care of my mother. She's in a hospital right now, and it's been going on for about 4.5 months. She's going from hospital to rehab, and I doubt that she'll ever be able to come home again to this home, and that saddens me greatly. But for her sake and for her comfort, she needs to be in a place where several people can help her and tend to her needs. And it's very painful for me, because I would much rather have my mother home with me, but I have to do what's best for her. And I would not be able to do for her what others can do for her where she is. So I understand that it's very hard to deal with situations like this and see this, but I am a firm believer that God has them in a good place. My mother, I visited my mother yesterday, and she spoke about seeing her mother, my grandmother, who I was very close to, who passed in 1978, and she told me about a conversation that she had had with her mother right before I came. So I know that she's, as I call the in-between as well. So sometimes she can be lucid, but other times she, regresses back to her childhood, or talks about conversations that she had with her mother, her father, her sisters, her brother, and I have no doubt that they visit her on a regular basis where she is, and where she stays now, and in her mind and in her heart. I understand that she has soul-to-soul communication with them, as this woman's mother does, who has Alzheimer's. So, please rest easy. I know it's difficult. It's a difficult path to go down, especially when our parents become older and they're not the same, and, the roles reverse, and I'm like the mother, and she's the child now. But I have always considered it an honor to take care of people who have taken care of me throughout my lifetime. And I trust God and love God completely, and I know that God is taking care of them. Okay? So I hope that gives you a little better understanding, and as always, I leave you in God's love and light.